Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. My name is Claire Candy Hough, Angel Ariel, and I'm here together with my angelic family, who I'm part of. We are known as the Posse of Angels, and we are here to bring you channeled messages about the upcoming week. This is going to be the first week of February 2021. So it's around January 29th through till February 7th. Now, please do remember that this can't possibly resonate for everyone, but there might be some messages that just might give some information about clarity, about direction, possibly some motivation, some inspiration and hope that can help you along your journey. And as we do every week, we pick a rune to start the reading, and I wasn't surprised that this rune came out because so many of us have been consciously or unconsciously asking, how can I serve next? And as we go into February, we're finishing off the astrological year. Pisces is the last zodiacal sign in the astrological cycle of the year, and we're going to be starting again in the month of March 21st at the end is when Aries is when we start that astrological year again. So now we're in this not a holding pattern, but we feel like we're coming to a culmination as we wrap things up. But as we step forward, and we've been asking to serve, how can we serve in the highest good for ourselves, in the highest good of all concerned, as we are creating this new planet of light? This rune came in, which is Gebo, and it's the rune of partnership, and it's a gift given to us. Now, drawing this rune is an indication that partnerships in some form are at hand. Now, yes, they could be love relationships, but they also could be business opportunities, business matters, in partnering of any kind. We must remember to stand fast, not to collapse into those partnerships, but contribute your unique and singular vibrational frequency. And then in this way, we remember to stand apart and we share, but we allow the winds of heaven to dance between us and our partners. Now, that is in romantic partnerships, love partnerships, as well as in business partnerships as well. The ultimate gift of this rune is the realization that when two or more are gathered, there is always God that comes in and plays a part in those equal partnerships. Things start to flow now with this gift of partnership. Gebo comes in. So with so many people stepping forward now to collaborate and connect as we call in our soul tribe families, I wasn't surprised that this rune of partnership came out. Now, I have been calling in the fairies, and they have been a bit quiet of late. And I spoke to one of the fairies, and they said that there was a reason for this. Ever since we finished up that rather tumultuous year of 2020, when so many went through trauma, grief, when our liberties or constitutional liberties were taken away, when we were restricted, all kinds of things that came up for us in 2020. Now, moving into 2021, we have been given the gift of being in a bit of a hibernation state. And the fairies have stepped back, and the posse of angels, my angelic family, are saying that if it has been difficult for you to connect with your angels, they have stepped back as well, because we needed a time to recover. We needed a time to integrate all those emotions that we felt, and it was like going through a war. That's what it was like. And then the after effects. We needed time to be able to be reflective, to be quiet and to be able to integrate what we went through. And that's why the angels and the fairies are saying that they took a step back and they were not as vocal in our lives. But I went to my lovely Brian Froud, and for those who haven't used these cards, they are really quite magical. The Fairies Oracle. Thank you, Brian Froud, for your beautiful work. The first card that came out for us was this card, and it's Sylvanus. Now, just let's take a look at this card. You have this, it looks like a deva above looking down, and then this beautiful mask with wings on it. It looks almost like a falcon with the body of a falcon. You have this wizard in the middle and this woman with the sword of clarity and empowerment. It is a 34 card, which added together is a 7, number 7. I always say 7 are doing the work of the divine. And if you were born on the 7th, as I did, then your path is of being of service to the divine. It's almost like a calling or a mission inside of you. Now, some keywords for this card are truth, cutting through the deception, and clarity. And that's what so many of us will be getting as we finish up this astrological year and starting a new one. The card is saying now is a time for discovering yourself, and that you have all of the passion, all of the potential to accomplish more than you believed, than you ever could. So this card and this time of quiet as we began, as we went through January 2021, was really giving us time to be clear. Now, the wizard in the middle is reminding me of the magician card in tarot. And the card is also saying, we have, many of us have come to the realizations that we have everything that we will ever need to create the life of our heartfelt dreams. And that we need to, all we need to do is go within and to connect to this extraordinary light within ourselves in order then to create the realities that we wish. So that's number 34. And then along with that one, this one popped out as well. So, and they told me to take this as well. This is Nell's. I just love this card. Look at the light that's coming off of that card. It's a 27, which is a 9. And a 9 is a card of completion. It's a card of patience. It's also a card of keep going. But it's Nell's the alchemist. And she is saying that there is waving her magic wand is causing an inner transformation and irrevocable change in each one of us. Now, I have said many times before on my Angel Healing House radio program, by the way, that airs every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. We are now in our 9th year of, when I say our, I mean the posse of angels, my angelic family, and myself, of bringing forth this wonderful program. And by the way, you can call in for free angel readings on that program as well. But Nell's the alchemist, when she turns up, it's about getting ready for things to alchemize and to change, for things to happen, not only outwardly in our lives, but also inwardly. The stuck then becomes unstuck. The blocked, well, begins to move. You may have to run up to keep with the speed at which the situation around you starts to move. And believe me, some of us have been so stone cold quiet that when our lives start to ramp up again, we will be very busy. You may also be surprised by the direction things and you are taking. You might find your plans, even your desires and dreams, changing as the formation and the transformative process takes place. It might not have been in your plans, and I can almost guarantee you that many in the spiritual community, what you have been doing before is going to present in a different way for you to go on new adventures and to discover more about yourself. But later on, you will look back and you'll say to yourself, wow, I'm so glad that it wasn't what I expected, because it was just what I needed, and it was better than I ever thought possible. So much is being alchemized in our world right now. So thank you to those lovely fairies for coming in and giving us some of those messages. Now, I'm going to go to my Wisdom of the Oracle cards. These are quite new for me. Colette Baron-Reed has outdone herself yet again. Thank you so much, Colette, for bringing forth these beautiful cards. I resonate with them so much. The first one that came out for me was very funny because a couple of days ago, the temperature started to drop here in Los Angeles. And it might sound very funny to you who are experiencing freezing temperatures in all areas of the world now that, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, we are going through winter. But we only had a top of about 50, and which is cold. It's cold for us. And I was thinking about taking a bath. So as I went past my desk, ready to take a nice bubble bath, salt bath, I said to myself, I'm just going to pull one card. And of course, this card came out, To the Sea. And of course, she's in a bathtub. It just made me giggle. Okay, but it's come out for us as well. This card is the card of, and it's a 7 card. 7, remember, is doing the work of the divine, being in divine flow. This card is about being in the flow and returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when you know that you're co-creating with spirit in every moment, and when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortlessly, and there's no pushing, there's no forcing, there's no controlling. This card reminds us that going with the flow is exactly what we need to do now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow, trust, and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. One client said to me this week, how I've worked so hard to get to this stage, and I can't imagine that I would not be given the possibility to serve and to utilize. And I said, well, who do you think gave you those intuitive hits to write your book, to create your YouTube channel, to create your healing practice, or the things that you brought forth? It was God and the angels, because they knew that these things would be a foundation for you to step off into in 2021 to be able to serve in the best way. So you didn't do all these things for naught. So everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up. I often say that, when we allow ourselves to co-create with spirit, then we can also utilize miracles, magic, and synchronicities. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills and talents and abilities. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, and you can expect miracles. So if you are one of those people that is getting antsy and you think that time is passing you by and, you have been forgotten, you have not been forgotten. Go with the flow and allow that trust and faith to guide you, that you were called to do those things in the past as a foundation to where you'll be stepping off of now. And there was another card that came out along with that one, and I wasn't surprised at all when the next card came out. It's a number 19, And the number 19, when added together, is a number 1 card, which is new beginnings. It's the card of flexible. It's interesting because on my Angel Healing House radio program last week, the title that the Posse of Angels and I entitled the program was Be Teachable and New Doors Will Open for You. And now this card is saying teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. Like flexible trees in a storm, the ones that bend live to experience and exist another day. So too, what must we be flexible, be teachable, be malleable, firmly grounded in who you are, but be curious and stay open. You know, things most probably are not going to present themselves in your expectation and your attachment because that is limited and we can't see beyond a certain extent, but God and the angels can. Even when we have a clear vision of how we're going to manifest something, we still need to relax and open up to all possibilities coming in. Spirit may just have something better planned for you. It could be a job that you haven't thought of. It could be a new source of income or some other opportunity that you just haven't been able to latch on with your imagination. When this happens, we need to be flexible and say, this or something better will manifest for me now. And that opens up all kinds of doors. Then to be willing to bend a little and enjoy the miraculous results and let go of expectations. You know, when it's at this stage that we make room for miracles to come in when we are flexible. So those are two wonderful cards there. Then I went to the Good Tarot, another lovely, lovely deck by Colette Baron Reed, and it's the Good Tarot. Give a shout out to her because she's absolutely wonderful. Okay, the first card that came out is, and I wasn't surprised either, was the Hermit. This looks like a door, keys at the top, but it does look like the door is pretty much locked. And the words that they're giving me are a time of recovery, a time of healing, and a time of integration. And that's what we've been going through since the end of 2020, all through January, is recovering from the war that we were through, went through, and the trauma and the grief and the emotions of 2020, and we've been given a time out to heal. 9 is the number of having been gone through the battles, but it's saying keep going. Keep going. You're almost there. You're almost at the 10, and those keys to the door will be given to you to unlock. Now, I went to a clarifier with my Rider-Waite card, and this card came out, the Empress card. This quiet of January has given many a time of gestation in order to, it's like we're birthing something new. That card that came out in the Brian Froud deck was very much telling us that it's a card of inner transformation. Nels, the alchemist, is a time of inner transformation that we were going through, and irrevocable change or irrevocable change that we were going through, and in order to birth something new as we go into 2021. February is going to be a changing month for so many of us. And a Lenormand card to clarify the Rider-Waite and that card was the Bridges card. And we are bridging 2020, the end of 2020, as we went through January, to be able to integrate all those energies and to be able to regain and restore our strength and our empowerment to be able to step into the roles on the other side of this bridge. And this card, this Lenormand card, the Bridges card, is a 38 card, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is a master number. Because we've mastered ourselves, then we're going to be stepping into those new thought leadership roles of mastery on the planet. So there is that trinity of cards there. The next one that's coming out for us is the Eight of Air card. Now this is the trust card. And Spirit, the posse of angels are saying, you need to trust yourself. Trust yourself that everything that you have been through up to now was not for naught. Why do you think your intuition, God and the angels speaking to your heart, told you to do those things? It is providing the foundation for you, and the Rider-Waite card that came out as a clarifier was this one, was the authority card. You have built up, and trust yourself that you were intuitively given those things, whether that was to create a YouTube channel, to create a podcast, your own radio show, whether it was to write the book, whether that was any of those things, to be seen as an authority in your field. Do not doubt yourself. And the Lenormand card that was clarifying those was the Stork card, was the rebirth card. You're being reborn, an inner transformation, an irrevocable change, like Nels the Alchemist Fairy told us, to be reborn into these roles as the authority and to be seen as that. So beautiful. Three cards there. The next card sees us walking away, the Eight of Cups. Now, there are many out there who are single practitioners. Maybe you have your own healing practice. Maybe you did Reiki. Maybe you did Reiki with me and learned Reiki with me. I've attuned hundreds of Reiki master teachers around the world. And maybe you've had a one-on-one practice, but now you're itching to step onto a larger stage. And that's just one example, but there may be something that you've done before that has seemed like it's past its use-by date. Maybe you're looking for a change, you're looking for more to discover and to utilize your talents in a different way. Many of us will be walking away what we have been doing to walk into those new roles. And the sun just came out. My goodness, it's just like this burst of light. What we are going to be walking towards is our soul tribe families, is the collaborations in the work that we're going to be doing. Remember the Ten of Pentacles, yes, it is abundance, and as we are spirit in human form, and we need to do little things like keep a roof over our heads and eat and clothe ourselves and things like that. It's very important. This is the highest money card there, but it's also the happy family card. This is a card of walking into something, this is interesting, that is going to be a legacy for the planet. Wow. What legacy do you want to leave behind? I'm just getting shivers all over in the age of Aquarius. Never happened before. The planet has never had this much light and this heightened, elevated consciousness. What legacy will you walk away from what you're doing now and then walk into the legacy that you're going to be leaving? And also this is collaborating with our soul tribe as well. The Lenormand that came out with that one is the luck card. Now, yes, these are going to be seeming like lucky breaks for us, but they're actually karmic. They're destined. They're fated. And we have been with this soul tribe family in many different incarnations. That's why they will seem most like family to us. But we are going to be stepping into our soul's purpose. We actually wrote this in our contract of our life. And if you want to find out more about soul contracts, you can purchase my award-winning #1 Amazon International best-selling book, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And it talks about soul contracts there. But this is very much something that's fated. It's lucky, it's good fortune, but it is our destiny, and it's karmic. So beautiful, beautiful 3 cards there. We have another 2 here. I love this card. Look at the colors in this card. We are starting over. We are starting over as the Fool. And for those who know tarot, a fool is anything but a fool. It's the little child inside of us that wants to be curious. We want to discover more. We want to go on adventures. We want to experience enchantment and wonder and the magic of the world yet again. The horn that she's blowing, or the bugle it looks like, is calling people to a new life, to a new start. The most important thing with the Fool card, yes, it's about new beginnings and starting over from square one, but we don't mind starting over again from square one because it is filled with such wonder and enchantment. Now, the clarifier for that came out was, of all things, the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is about a new phase of our life. It's about being resurrected. And if you have felt like you have been sedate or stagnant in what you're doing, this is a resurrection. And I just noticed that the Archangel Gabriel in this card is blowing his horn, and she's blowing her bugle. So both of this, we are being called to be of service in a new way, in a very new era, in this era of light on planet Earth. There were 2 Lenormand cards that popped out. This is the card of partnership. It is the card of love, definitely, but it is the card of collaboration and partnership and love. It's a #6 card, which is the balance, the joy, the harmony, the unity coming back in, and the ring. And the ring is a card of commitment and also contracts. And both of those things occur not only in romantic love relationships, but they also, commitment and contracts are also for business opportunities that are going to be coming in for many of us. The last card that we have is the Star card. Now, this is being that bright star shining brightly in the celestial heavens. This could be your wishes coming true. This is the card of recognition. This is the card of you being the authority in the spotlight that you might have been working so hard for. And certainly, it's the card of illumination, illuminating your life. Now, the Rider-Waite that came out to clarify that was the recognition card. This is the card of victory. It's the card of promotions. It's the card of seeing all of your hard efforts being rewarded in some fashion. Maybe it is you getting that communique, that email, that phone call, that whatever, of somebody who has seen your work, somebody who recognizes you as a leader, and they want to put you in a particular role. And as even more confirmation, the Lenormand card that came out for this was the star. We have a double star here. So it's our North Star. This one in particular always reminds me of the North Star. So many of us who have been on this spiritual path will now be shown our North Star by God and the angels on how to step forward and serve on the planet. It is such an exciting time. Now, I'll go and just finish off the reading. I'll go to my cards. They're not available for purchase as yet by the public, but there I am on the back. Angel Ariel, that's me. and my beautiful cards. So the first card that came out was the World card. The world has been waiting for eons of time to break through this darkness here. And the light that is shining on the planet is extraordinary, is absolutely extraordinary. The light that's breaking through. And the light has won. The light is victorious. Yes, there will be a lot of heinous crimes and very dark revelations that will come in order for us to be seen. But this is all coming about because of the increased light on the planet. We're closing out one cycle and we're stepping in to that age of Aquarius. The next card is going to be, there's a time of celebration. The whole planet is going to be celebrating as we go into that new era of light, of unity, of compassion, forgiveness, where everyone is recognized, and we're working in unity for everyone else. Beautiful. The next card, here we have the Empress. The Empress, and we are birthing a new world, they're saying, and we are bringing that back. Each one of us plays such an extraordinary role in the birthing of the planet, and I'm not surprised that the last card that came out was the Sun card. This new planet of light that we are birthing into existence, and higher consciousness. So I hope that haul has been helpful for you. If you are looking for your own brightness to return, you may wish to go on angelhealinghouse.com. Look at my services, whether that's intuitive counseling sessions, past life clearings, to see if there's anything, any limitations or anything that's sabotaging you from stepping forward, that any vows or oaths or bonds that you might have taken in a past life. If you'd like to learn Reiki, I have almost 20 years of experience teaching hundreds of master practitioners around the world, Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, either in my in the master teacher degree, either in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California, or online. And of course, the individual angel card readings in which we look at your life through the Akashic records from an angel's perspective to see why you drew certain events to your life, and certainly, and what lessons you hope to learn. So if you'd like any of those, you can call me at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. And again, that is in Los Angeles, California, so it's Pacific Standard Time. As always, everyone, I am wishing you love and, of course, angel blessings. Go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. And I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.